blah blah, blah blah blah.
But I want to make it clear, Mr. Spivak, that the administration has never suggested that we should extend our treaty commitment to these islands. Mr. Nixon, in his speech in Albuquerque, said we shouldn't yield 1 inch there.
Yield means to give up something or to allow someone to go in front of you. For example, there's signs in the city where they'll say, yield to pedestrians. Or on the highway, there are yield signs. And that means that you're supposed to slow down or stop if something comes into the road, they get the right of way instead of you.
And also there's expression, you said to give up. Also you can say to give up ground, right?
To give up ground, right. You can also talk about a line in the sand where if somebody crosses that line, then you attack. And that's the idea of not yielding 1 inch. You create a line and you're not going to let them cross the line.
Right. So in this case, when there are two parties negotiating, when they're trying to achieve a result, to yield even 1 inch means to compromise. So they don't want to compromise. They will stick to their principles and want the negotiations to
go their way. Yeah, you can also talk about hard line negotiations. They don't want to give concessions to the other side.
Blah blah, blah blah blah.
So that it is a difficult problem. But if he will not leave, we don't want to see an attack take place under the impression that the Chinese Communists might have that we won't support Chiang Kai-shek. So that's why this situation still hangs after 5 years.
Hangs means it's continuing, in suspense, unresolved.
So if someone asks you, how did that court hearing ended?
You could say they left me hanging. They didn't reach any conclusive results. Or same with a job interview. You interview for the job, you don't hear back from the company, they left you hanging.
Also, something can hang in the air.
You can have an idea that's hanging in the air or a feeling, that's correct.
Or maybe celebratory mood that hangs in the air.
That's fine
like
too.
Christmas spirit maybe.
Blah blah, blah blah blah.
So all I say is that we're going to be committed to a policy of full employment, which will mean a policy of where the private enterprise system flourishes. That's why I think businessmen are wrong, particularly small businessmen. I feel that we're far more helpful to them than the Republicans are.
To flourish means for something to be successful and to grow, like a flower. So it's a plant metaphor. So a company can flourish, or a person can also flourish in their career. It means they're very successful. Or your flowers can flourish in the garden.
We can say children flourish with the right amount of discipline and encouragement to be creative.
Yes.
That's all for today. Tom Taylor is an ESL tutor. He teaches English in the United States and outside, all over the world, using Skype. He can be reached at his website, which is
ESL-fullsteamahead.com.
Click on this link and check out his website and email with questions. Thank you, Tom, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.